Does KAACHI deserve an apology? This is a question that should be brought up now in 2023, with the debuts of non-traditional K-pop or K-pop blended groups like Nizu, Black Swan, and the recent concept of A2K, creating an American group through the K-pop system. With K-pop popularity, sound, and system growing beyond Korea, it leads us all to wonder the future of K-pop entirely, and if KAACHI predicted that future from the start. Is the international K-pop becoming the new norm? And KAACHI being a K-pop group established and based in the UK, should we owe KAACHI an apology? I personally believe yes. Despite KAACHI requiring much needed constructive criticism, we cannot deny the unnecessary essays, misinformation, and hate. We also can't deny the now not so uncommon vision of front row entertainment, KAACHI's growth and impact on the international K-pop industry. And just in time for formal KAACHI members re-debut as Atti, I think it's time to revisit KAACHI, and you can see if they do deserve an apology. Starting with the history, KAACHI is a four-member girl group that debuted in 2020. KAACHI's members are Nicole and Chunseo were chosen through a dance contest to be trained by Front Row before Danny was also recruited to try out by Nicole. During their pre-debut, Atti's original lineup was Danny, KG, Chunseo, and Nicole. Before it switched to Danny, Miso, Chunseo, and Nicole. Due to personal reasons, Miso, now going by Mac, had to leave the group. All the members have previous history in dance and performance. Before their debut song was released, KAACHI began their YouTube channel in January 2020 with their first group video, Hey Guys, Let Me Tell You Our Little Secret, with the original lineup. Following the recording and training process in a series of videos over a span of 3 months before the official song release. After Mac's departure, Coco, who was working for Front Row at the time, was approached and recruited by CEO Monica Lee, resulting in the final lineup being Coco, Nicole, Chunseo, and Danny. The group announced their official debut song, Your Turn, in April 2020, after approximately promoting the group for 3 months. Originally, KAACHI didn't have much controversy until their promotion began as a UK K-pop group. The founder, named Monica Lee, announced the group as a passion project that will be ahead of its time and the first of its kind, drumming up a lot of criticism. The group released their music video in April 2020, which was met with backlash and negativity, but was able to warrant a small fan base and fandom known as UniK. We're really going to go over the counter argument and also a lot of the controversy. I'm not going to go over some of the controversy in detail. That's just completely pointless. A lot of this controversy is really under the water's bridge and has been disproven as either fake or misinformation. And for argument's sake, I will only focus on the questionable ones around if KAACHI is K-pop, but we must slightly address the outlandish logo stealing, members shipping themselves, racism, Korea Boo controversy, the Jinny controversy, and the Hwasa thing where one of the members said she was like Hwasa because she was the youngest, which is just really weird to look back on, and how that was such a big dramatic deal because she was saying she was the youngest. It's weird, okay? But anyways, all this it aged terribly. It was cruel, it was unwarranted, and KAACHI 100% didn't deserve these lies at all. So the valid counter argument with KAACHI is basically, was KAACHI K-pop? They were criticized for their lack of originality, poor coordination, poor singing skills, and dancing. And these were pretty reasonable criticisms. Coco and the other members addressed the criticism and misinformation in multiple interviews, my favorite being in DK TV, where they addressed the rumors. It is also explained that due to last-minute changes in the music video and sets, the video Your Turn didn't quite turn out as expected. KAACHI's members accepted critiques and criticisms and explained that they were willing to improve. Another argument is Ollie London's involvement in KAACHI, which was denied by staff, group members, and was used as a tool to propel more hatred on the group. Due to Ollie London's scandals and racist behavior, he is considered widely disliked on the internet, but even Ollie London's own personal staff came out and said that these just weren't true, and Ollie London was trying to give KAACHI a negative light. All of this information was cleared up on Monica Lee's now deleted video addressing rumors, videos on KAACHI's official channel. Despite the group had been mishandled and had controversy around debuts like many other K-pop and indie groups, the group faced unprecedented hate and backlash from racism, doxing, bullying, and death threats. They continued to also bully and send death threats to young fans, many who were minders. They aren't K-pop was the largest criticism that came into question. Despite being created by a Korean woman and having Korean lyrics and a Korean member and many interviews with Koreans stating how the music was similar to the K-pop genre, as seen in Korean news outlets and KAACHI's video on how Koreans react to KAACHI return. KAACHI is still considered not K-pop enough to K-pop fans, stating that the group should say they are K-pop inspired UK girl group. This is a bit nonsensical because their future promotions in Korea, Korean songs, and Korean features, and also producers. Now, 3 years later, with groups with no Korean members like Black Swan, thousands of K-pop inspired groups, and now A2K in the works, a K-pop inspired group and even groups not owned by Korean companies like Everglow, and groups defying genre expectations entirely like XG, or independent K-pop groups now residing in multiple countries. It's almost hard to imagine that the genre was so gatekept by non-Korean fans to a degree where death threats were being sent due to it not fitting their idea of what K-pop is, should be blended with. My argument is KAACHI is undeniably a K-pop group. If we revisit it, we can argue if they are talented or not, but they are a K-pop group despite criticism. KAACHI explained the controversies and promised to improve on their future projects, which proceeded, with the slightly better received Photo Magic, their re-editioned version of Your Turn, and many others, Extra Special, The One Thing, and Get Up. KAACHI proceeded to promote in Korea and even acquire multiple brand deals in Korea. They did Korean interviews with Dari TV and Hanbon. KAACHI informed fans that fans can consider them whatever they want. Fans can consider them a mixed pop group, an international girl group, or whatever they like, but they will promote under the K-pop label, which makes sense because they did promotions in K-pop and did multiple K-pop things. So anyways, Danny departed in 2022 and KAACHI continued as a 3-member group. They had another release and performed on Korean stages and did multiple interviews in Korea as a UK K-pop group. KAACHI released 3 more singles post-Danny, and eventually Coco departed due to creative differences. Shortly before the original group officially announced disbandment in 2023, at the rebranding with Coco, Chanseo, and Nicole as Atti. KAACHI should be remembered as an important part in the conversations of the ever-expanding genre of K-pop, and whether you like their music or not, they most definitely 100% deserve an apology. K-pop is a genre of music, and a very popular one. Like other artists from around the world experimenting and blending genres like rap, Latin pop, reggae, J-pop, K-pop, and many, many, many more, KAACHI shouldn't have been the exception. KAACHI disbanded under Front Row in February 2023, and in conclusion, they re-debuted independently as Atti. Atti and their fan base, UniK, have been able to promote their new ventures, from Atti releasing photo cards, doing workshops, and overall beginning their new journey in direction and music. Now Atti will have their very first ever debut, August 11, 2023, and I'm super excited for this. Not only for them to have the ability to show their skills, but also to be able to get the debut they truly deserve from the beginning. A fair chance, a chance to be judged by their music and character, not preconceived notions of the K-pop genre, or misinformation and lies on Twitter. They're able to get to be seen and recognized as a passionate group that I've genuinely loved since day one of their debut. I also hope we can revisit their music as KAACHI and listen openly and honestly, with Atti's beautiful aesthetic, drive, and diversity and endurance. I wish Atti a successful debut, and I will always be UniK because I saw their potential since day one. Anyways, I hope you liked my video, and if you like, please subscribe, and also please subscribe to Atti, and let's all support their new adventure together.